um, let's see. So the last thing we did was Nemesis, and she sunk a ship, and she joined Père Noël so that she wouldn't go to jail. And then Père Noël told her to kill her boyfriend. And then she sided with her boyfriend's brother named Gammon. And now she's going to take revenge on Père Noël and Père Noël's company. Judgment of corruption. In that moment, hell may turn into me and my daughter's utopia. Bye bye. With this text. A lot of people like this guy. I mean, probably not so much because he's hot, but because he's an interesting character. The most classic example of evil for a just cause. Of course, Nemesis isn't an only child. About 20 years before she was born, Ma gave birth to a boy named Galarian. But she was never able to raise him because she was sentenced to death for being a witch or something. Ma had to change her name to Kaio Sudo and take on a job writing plays about the contractors. So Ma's name isn't Aluka anymore, it's Kaio after her new body. Galarian studied law and became friends with a fellow student named Loki Friesus. When he graduated, he was employed by the Dark Star Bureau and rose in ranks to become a judge. He grew attached to Loki's girlfriend Mira. His first trial was Ma herself, now as Kaio, being accused of more witchcraft. So the reason why witchcraft is pretty serious around this time is because the world's not functioning the way it's supposed to. Like, there's gonna be like this guy that's literally a tiger with two human parents. So, yeah. So, natural things are not functioning, and people are like, oh, it must be witches. Uh, Despite claiming her innocence, Loki believed every witch case should be guilty regardless of the evidence. Luckily, Galarian was opposed and Ma was declared innocent. There was an uproar, but he reasoned that by cooperating with people like Kaio, they could learn more about what witches were really like. He knew Aluka was his mom, but didn't know she changed her identity. In fact, I don't think he ever knew. Sucker! Loki invited Galarian to the Friesus mansion on a hunting trip. There, Galarian met Bruno, Loki's butler. Bruno was previously a slave, but Loki didn't treat him any better. On the way to the hunting grounds, Loki revealed that he was going to be hunting Galarian. So just saying, the entire Friesus family now has hers. All... Galarian tried to get away, but was shot. He woke up in a place called Lunica Labora. It used to be a Seth's laboratory, but was abandoned and was now the base for Père Noël. There he met Shiro Netsuma, Hel Jaco, and Fengli. Now at the time, the world physics was acting pretty wacky, which is why... Okay. Now that... Yeah, bye. You going to Buc-ee's? Where are you going? Oh, okay. Uh, Now at the time, the world physics was acting pretty wacky, which is why everyone was going around blaming witches. Feng Li was a literal tiger born from two human parents. We're gonna get the... Yep. Evillious pics. Let's see, one, two... I think it's this one. Yeah, so that's Bruno, that's Shiro, that's Jaco, and that's Feng Li. That is the new Père Noël. All right, have a nice time. Oh, I thought you were going with her. Oh, okay. Bruno wanted to get revenge on Loki for his cruelty, so Galarian joined Père Noël. Together with Ma, they managed to get Loki convicted and locked away. Galarian married Mira and had a daughter named Michelle. Bruno became Galarian's servant and best friend. But over time, Galarian and Mira's relationship deteriorated. Galarian met one of his lady friends, got drunk, and they continued the affair for some months. Hanma disappeared. Hanma, that's the guy that raised Nemesis in the forest instead of killing her. He is, or was, Galarian's boss. He was the head judge. Ma also disappeared. Ma was in Père Noël, and then she ran off. Galarian became the new head judge in Hanma's place. Later, Ma came back to get Galarian's help with turning her plays into movies. Meanwhile, the marriage was still sucking, and Mira decided to take Michelle on a trip home to Marlin. As they were returning home, their ship sank and they drowned. They were on that ship that Nemesis sank with the Seth octopus. So now we have 5 children with the addition of Nemesis and Galarian. Let's see, Miniature Garden Girl. And the quote is, not that, where'd it go? Oh, if only I had been human.
Good then, better now. 6 health essentials in every bowl.
Poppers.
For the router, I don't pay anything for it.
The installation was super easy. I didn't have to go.
Mo, shi, mo, hito, to, shite. この部屋の中にはあなたと私だけ二人で歌を歌い続けましょう外の世界なんて知らなくていい
Ma came to console Galarian and brought with her the doll and the spoon. She said that Michelle's soul was in the doll and that Galarian could talk to her by making a contract with the demon in the spoon. She also said that if he managed to get the other vessels, he would be granted a wish. Galarian wanted to see his daughter human again, so he agreed. But he needed money and bribes to get the artifacts and forge the documents to say they belonged to him. He proceeded to corrupt his trials, freeing the guilty and arresting the innocent according to his plans. When he learned the Octo family had the sword, he went to talk with Nyoza about buying it, but Nyoza refused, saying there was a risk of possession. Nyoza was then promptly convicted on false charges and thrown into prison. He later escaped. Oh, so when he told Nemesis something about Santa, I bet he said Santa's your brother, and then she's like, "No, Santa's not my brother," and then she's right. When Galarian managed to get the glass, his mansion was invaded by the undead. Lich, mediating for Banica, agreed to have the undead assist Galarian as his servants in return for helping them find the legendary graveyard and keeping Ma away from Banica. Ma and Galarian decided they needed a place to put the vessels, so they bought an abandoned hut deep in the forest and built a theater on top of it. This theater is going to be an important place from now on. They found 2 skeletons and buried them there too. One night, Galarian had a dream he was in hell. Gamelia judged him guilty, but said he could go to heaven for a price. Galarian refused and was cast into the depths of hell. A world war broke out, aptly called the Evillious War. Too complicated and not that important. It's just a world war. One of the generals, named Tony Austin, committed a village massacre after almost being assassinated. He was arrested, and Galarian, of course, was his judge. Because they were friends, and of course he had money, Galarian acquitted him. This enraged the people, and after the Tazan party leaked information about the bribe, a civil war started in Alisgrad. Months later, Tony was found by Nemesis and the People's Militia and killed. Meanwhile, all the members of Père Noël quit except Bruno. When the courthouse was captured, Galarian hid in his mansion and tried to distract himself from his inevitable arrest. While he was waiting, the demon of greed appeared to him. His name was Adam. Yep. So what happened to that owl dude? Because there was the owl named Salem. He was the original demon of greed, so why isn't he in the spoon? Well, he got sucked up by Ma. Collecting the sins was never going to grant a wish. Ma just wanted to suck up all the demons to make herself pure. That's why Banica has to be safe from Ma, so that she doesn't get sucked up. Adam mocked Galarian for being stupid enough to believe Michelle was in the doll, when it was really Eve. To prove it, he told Eve to protect the mansion from the mob outside. There was a blast of blue fire that ignited all the soldiers, but it wasn't blue fire from Eve's lightning. Eve was the demon of sloth, and thus still stuck inside Ma. Now, throughout his life, Galarian had been watched by a black bat. The bat was Sickle. Sickle just watched, because if you remember, that was his stance during the creation argument, and of course he wasn't about to break his own rule. Before Sickle left, he told Galarian something Ma had been keeping from him. I think he said, "You have a sister." Muzzle and Nemesis. This is the last song, well, not the last song, there's the summary song or the celebration song, like, after this, but this is the last of the Seven Sins song before we get to the ending. So with this, it's truly over. Let's make everything in the story of Sinful Evil. This is another special song with the circles. The circles here are perfect. I didn't really care for this song until I saw the circles, and they were perfect.
With this world?
I've been playing there all my life.
Malcolm, keep playing. See what happens.
Yeah, that's nice.
I've been needing more art in my bedroom and recently painted this canvas. However, I wasn't sure.
And yay.
罪深き男よさあ懺悔なさい
The stuff to unpack. All right, so what are some things that you noticed in the song?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, this is great. Of course, Nemesis isn't an only child. She has a sister named Michelle. No, not the doll Michelle, because you know it's not really
When
her.
she drowned.
She drowned. This is the Michelle still at the bottom of the ocean. Unfortunately, we already counted Nemesis as Galarian's sister, so we'll throw in Michelle to make up for that. 6 children, 2 left. Yeah, we'll get to that. So Ma is made up of herself, Levia, Irina, and Eve. Ma wants to be pure. Can a pure person have evil hers manipulating them? Of course not. So Ma shoved Irina into the doll and threatened her to pretend to be Michelle. Problem solved. She, of course, kept Eve as a soul to cling to so she wouldn't disappear. Because she doesn't have a soul yet, she's trying to get one by being pure. Now, when you think pure, you think innocent, but, pure evil is also pure. But she also kicked out Levia. Levia is God. Can't have her ruining the plan from the outset. Now, if you remember in Project Ma, gods are too powerful for mere human bodies. They have to have a bit of magic in them. Back then, Levianta was the magic hotspot with lots of sorcerers. But after the catastrophe, that number drastically dwindled. By now, Ma very well could have been the only one left. The very best thing she could do was to have a child of her own and use that. But there was another rule. The body had to match the gender. Ma had a baby, but it was a worthless boy. Lilith was said to have magic potential, but as I said before, it failed. Where was Ma going to find someone with magic DNA? Ma was magic, which meant there was a chance her son had a bit of that magic too. Womp womp. Galarian not recognizing his mother, so did not help. And that is why Galarian is Nemesis's brother and father. That's how evil Ma is. I told you we'd get to it. I told you it would show up someday. But the good thing is that it really doesn't have any more potential to the story other than Ma is uber evil. Look at how evil Ma is. So we can just forget about it now. Where'd it go? Anyway, as soon as she became pregnant, she put Levia in the fetus. This counted as a reincarnation, so Levia forgot all her memories again. She apparently still doesn't remember. Levia was in Ma's body all the way up to right after Nemesis's conception. So to sum it all up in one easy sentence, Levia is Galarian's mom, daughter, sister, aunt, and girlfriend. And she's also her own mom. Thanks, Mom. That is called the Ma conglomerate, because it's just a mess. So, if Nemesis is Levia, and Nemesis has hers, and hers stays with the soul, who has hers?
Olivia?
Yep, Levia has hers. And she's always had hers.
I'm shocked.
When the creation started, it was small, but it was there. and it's grown over like 1,500 years. So now it's big hers. And that was probably another reason why she got locked up in the Ark, because she had hers, and they had to
Prevent her from.
yeah, they had to prevent her from spreading
Doing
it and
anything.
making everyone evil. So, and since it was small and just growing, that's why Aluka didn't have hers when she was Aluka.
Yeah.
Or maybe she did, but it wasn't that powerful.
It's basically dormant.
Yeah. It was neat, and alright. The karma of evil will not end. Alright. So this is the cell. And now we could do the ending section. Welcome to the ending. Did you want to keep going or stop?
I can do a few more, but I'm getting kind of sleepy.
Okay.
I'd move around to not be sleepy or do something. That's why I watch things in English. Like
Oh, I'm sorry.
can I watch it? No.
I don't
It's
have
fine.
English.
I'm just sleepy right now. When I'm sleepy, I have to watch things without being able to read them. So then I get really sleepy.
Well, this next section is these four. Let me see. Ending boy, Hansel. So we don't have to watch the entire thing. It's just saying Hansel was a bunch of this
Even have a
stuff.
few screws left over.
Sunset.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings.
It says that Hansel's gonna help save the world, but I really don't think he helped save the world. He just tagged along in like the first one round. Yeah, they don't. Hansel and Gretel, they don't do anything in the ending. Do you want to skip through to the important part?
I just watched the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, I just didn't know how tired you were. This is the important part. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, the 4 endings are 4 ways the world could end. Everyone wants utopia, but each is trying to reach it in their own way. The graveyard ending results in everything being eaten by Banica. The court ending brings equal judgment. We'll see exactly how Irina plans this later. The hellish ending is complete merciless destruction. Seth and Olivia want this. The heavenly ending brings the opportunity for mercy and the chance of a new world. Behemo and Sickle are hoping Alan can help them achieve this.
One bag, infinite possibilities. Kate Spade.
It's really short.
Yeah, it's just an instrumental. It's just introducing the theater. would be a great song if they didn't hi 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 every couple seconds.
Does.
That's just the rest of it's just more highs. Okay, after this, we got one more song. Ma and all the vessels are now in the theater. The doll, Stella Irina, is old and has to be hooked up to the clock tower so her gears can keep moving. People start entering the forest to see the vessels, but before they can reach the theater, they are captured and eaten by the master of the graveyard. Is this the legendary graveyard? No, it's just called that because Adam and Eve are buried there. So they built the theater on top of Adam and Eve's house.
That's what I figured. I was gonna ask, but I was like, I'll just wait and see. When they said that they built them on top of the shack with 2 bodies in it, I was like, a shack in the forest of 2 dead people? I wonder who it could be.
Yeah.
Say hello to Sara Lee Half Loaves. Half loaf, right fit, realize great size, less waste, all taste, more flavors to savor. First bite right. Brand new, all you. Give a little Sara Lee love.
Give a little Sara Lee love.
Heart emoji. Heart emoji.
The best group chats happen in real life.
He's so funny.
Hello, you guys.
し染めのハサミ
試食の刀
今が目覚める彼らを待つ日々全ての歌がただ君ユートピアは完成するらしい
時計の針が止まることは彼女自身の終わりを意味する錆びついてかけた歯車たち残された時間は長くない孤独な男がその死のマグマに作り上げた森の奥の小さな映画館館長を務めるのは彼が最も愛した全枚仕立ての人形覚悟は決めた僕は自らの左胸にそっと手を当て深く差し込んだ
Did you notice it was tea time? Which made Adam a mud body so he could keep the clock tower running. Adam was still mad about Irina not being Eve, but he soon learned something that pacified him. One day, he noticed the gears were going to fail, so he tore out his own heart to connect it to the tower. But because of this, he was no longer able to enter the main theater and now has to stay up in the tower. But at least Irina stays alive. The end. Alright, we can stop now. Thank you.
Exactly 1 hour.